On today's episode of On the Relationship Side of the Game, we will be talking about how to deal with exes. How to deal with exes. What to do when you run into an ex. Communicate with them. How to treat them. All of that lovely stuff. And as you can see, I have my beautiful face here. I got a new phone and a new service, actually. I was down for about a month, so all I had was the audio recordings, but I'm back on video. So, it is wonderful to be seen and all of that. So, let's jump straight into it. How do we deal with exes? And you know, I always got to give you guys some backstory. So, here's what happened. My quick trip cup here. So, my most recent ex-girlfriend, Kimberly, sends me a friend request on Facebook. Now, I ain't heard from her in months. So, she sends me a friend request on Facebook because she got deleted. And I let it sit there for a couple days, trying to figure out, like, okay, what does she want? And am I going to, like, accept his friend request on Facebook, which I ended up not doing. But there's a very good reason for that. So after I let the friend request sit there for a couple days, I sent her a message, be like, hello, can I help you? Like on some stranger type shit, like I don't know you. And she's like, oh, hey, how's it going? Blah, 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 this, that, and the third. I was like, oh, it's cool, you know. I'm grinding no matter what situation I'm in. Keep it real vague, family. You got to keep it real vague when you dealing with exes. Especially when you ain't heard from them in a while. Because exes have a tendency to try to slide back in your life after some shit that they was doing is no longer working out to their advantage or like how they thought it was going to go. So, you know, it's like, hey, how are your parents doing? I'm like, well, you know, they cool, this, that, and the third. How's it going? She's like, oh, everything's cool, blase, blase, da-da-da-da. I was like, oh, okay. So, then, you know, she like, is it anything new? I'm like, no, not really. You know, blah, blah, blah. Ain't shit going on. Whatever, whatever. And so I was like, so I haven't heard from you in months. And then you send me a friend request. Why? She's like, well, you know, we acquaintances at Job Corps and you know, I don't hold no grudges and this, that, and the third. I'm like, hold up. Hold up. First of all, you ain't got a reason to hold grudge against me. Anyway, I made that clear. I was like, you ain't got no reason to hold a grudge against me anyways. So, you know, I'm just seeing how you're doing. Okay, bullshit. You ain't just look me up out of the blue to see how I'm doing. But okay, so let's just play along. So I was thinking, like, what do she want? What does she want? And I was on the phone with my homegirl Becky. I'm like, Becky, would it be wrong of me to ask her what the fuck does she want? She was like, no. I said, okay. So I hit her back on the message Facebook or whatever. It's like, so, what is it that you want? She was like, oh, well, I don't want anything G's. I was like, oh, okay, well, since that's the case, deuces. You can go. Bye-bye. You're dismissed. We don't have nothing else to talk about. Then she sent me a thumbs up and some other shit. And I was just like, oh, okay, bitch, whatever. Now, you know, and I know, that she wants something. She still wants something. She just not bold enough to tell me what it is. Because she probably feeling hella stupid for, doing what she did. Because I broke up with her because she was on some, well, I did this, this, and this with, her little lesbian lover. And I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever. I wasn't really tripping off of that. One, I was thinking about getting me some ass on the side until she came down here anyways. Two, no pussy will ever replace a dick in a situation. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Never will replace a dick. I don't never feel no insecure about no lesbian. Because there's nothing a lesbian can do for you that a man can't do tenfold and vice versa. It ain't shit another man can do for a man that a woman can't do 10 times over. Better. So, it's like you want something, but you're not bold enough to tell me what it is. Like, I hate sort of passive sort of attitudes and answers and sort of like passive aggressive sort of things, because the fact of the matter is I'm a direct energy type person. So you just be like, hey, this is what it is. And then once you put all your cards on the table, then we can deal with it from there. But my thing is, I'm thinking in my mind like, okay, do you want some dick? Do you want a relationship? Are you hitting me up to be nosy, to lurk on my page? Is shit not going right between you and your so-called fiance? Because the last I heard, they had moved to Michigan and was going to be married and happily ever after. But apparently it ain't the case. Since she hit me back up, she probably realized how much she fucked up. Because I upgraded her and, gave her some instructions, and she did not decide to follow the instructions, so she got dismissed. Well, I think we should slow down. No, bitch, goodbye. We're done. So, I'm like, okay, so you don't want to tell me what you want? Well, you got to go, because we don't have nothing to talk about. So, first things when dealing with exes, treat them like strangers. Like, or let's say acquaintances. Like, you know of them. You might have spoke a few times, but feed your exes with a long-handled spoon until such time that y'all can move forward together or move forward separately. Because, you never tell your ex what it is that you doing. Because she asked me, like, hey, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, I'm grinding. No matter what the situation is, I'm going to grind and get this paper. I didn't tell her that I'm finna be owner-operator of my own landscape lawn business very soon. She don't know how well I'm doing. And come 2017, I'm finna hit the ground running. I'm busting all heads. She don't know that, and she don't need to know that, because she one of them fair weather sisters. No disrespect to her. I love her to death. I got nothing but love for her. But, she gonna hop on whatever side of the fence she think the grass is greener on. And when she realizes that the grass ain't that green, she gonna go into somebody else's yard or she gonna hop back in the other yard where she thought the grass wasn't green enough. So, and then, you know, like we hadn't even gotten down to it, but I mean, if she was trying to get back with me, she gonna have to jump through too many hoops, stipulations for getting back with me, and I doubt that she would like it. So, you know, it is what it is, but we'll never find out. Well, at least not now, because she don't want to fess up, tell me what it is that you want. So, feed them with a long handled spoon. Treat them like they acquaintances. Don't give them too much information. Be very vague when you speak to your exes. Because, you know, a lot of exes see you doing good, and nigga, all of a sudden, hey, yeah, what's going on, baby? You know, I was thinking about you. When a nigga see you doing good, or the female see you doing good and shit, they want to be all up in your corner. You got to watch for that. So you really got to be vague and, you know, feed them with a long handled spoon. And, you know, you got to do it like that. You see what I'm saying? Especially since what she did, like, you know, I gave her instructions. We had a plan, and she did not decide to follow with the plan. And the fucked up part about it was, I dismissed all other females while I was with her because I was in a committed relationship. Had one I was working with, fine, red bone sister, big old fat ass, real sexy, long, pretty, natural hair, man. I'm talking about straight bad. And the chemistry was good. Y'all know I'm into them vibes, man. Into the chem. That's why, like, a lot of these females, man, they be cute as fuck, man. I see a lot of cute females. But the chem don't be right, man. If that chem ain't on point from the first time that I'm meeting you and the first couple minutes in the conversation, it ain't never gonna be there. You know. So I think it's pretty obvious to say that I did not approve her friend request. I was like, denied. Because you're not going to be lurking up on my page and, you know, for nothing. You're not going to be lurking up on my page, period. Not at all. And that's why I deleted her last time. She'll talk to everybody but me. Like, I'll write, hey, how's it going? She'll write everybody on the goddamn page on Facebook except for me. Which is why she got deleted. And I told her so. That's the point. Like, hey, you was fucking up. So that's why I deleted you. You know. But I know you want something. I'm thinking, like, what do you want? The thing about it is, if you just tell me what it is that you want, and I don't know why people do that. Maybe they're afraid of rejection or they're afraid of the answer. But if you just go ahead and just tell somebody like, hey, I want some dick, I want a relationship, I need some money, just come on out and say it, goddammit. I fucking hate people who beat around the bush. And then, like I say, she beat around the bush. And I beat the bush and didn't even get answers. You know, didn't no birds come out the bush for me to shoot down and have some quail for dinner. Didn't none of that happen. So I was just like, oh, okay, so since you don't want nothing, goodbye. You can go. You know what I'm saying? I don't rock like that. Gotta be careful, man. Especially when you're dealing with exes. Exes are exes for a reason. Generally, something happened that is reconcilable, but, you know, one member of the party might not be as receptive to change in order to move forward. So that's why you kind of got to be careful, man, because a lot of these exes be looking for a come up. And since I kind of know how Kim is, I know she probably looking for a come up. But that ain't going to happen. So, how do we deal with exes, family? We feed them with a long handled spoon. When you talk with them, you be very vague. You keep everything on the acquaintance friendship side of the game, and you just keep it real kosher and even until such time where you either gonna move forward together or you gonna move forward separately. But either way, that's pretty much how you deal with exes, man. And then if y'all decide to move forward together, hey, nothing but the best. Go for it. Work on that shit. If y'all can reconcile whatever differences y'all had, go for it. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. So, with all of that being said, this now concludes on the relationship side of the game. So, if you would please, hit me up on my Instagram or my Twitter at FLYTILLDIEE, or you can hit me up on my Google Plus at KingDavid314. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already subscribed. If you are already a subscriber, a new subscriber, or old subscriber, feel free to look to my channel. I got some hot fire in my channel. You did? And we got some real thorough stuff coming for next year, man. I'm finna add some more people to this thing, and we really gonna do it big. So be on the lookout for that in 2017. Guess that's it, people. I'm King David, and I'm out this bitch. Peace and black love.